Okay, so as we're getting started here, we want to talk about posture, the way you want to be sitting as you're playing. First rule, be comfortable. So if you're going to play, you want to be comfortable. And a way to be comfortable is just try and sit up straight. You don't want to be rigid. You don't want to be rigid at all. You want to be relaxed, but it's easier to be sitting up straight because if you're hunched over, your back will start hurting, your shoulders will start hurting. It'll also be harder to play the chords. So try to sit up straight in a relaxed way. If you're right-handed, the guitar will sit over your right leg, and your arm will just be over the front of the guitar. And some people play from the back, some people play it from over the top. Whatever's comfortable for you. You want to be in a good position because this arm can get quite tired if it's not in a comfortable position. And one of the people we saw who had really good posture was Taylor Swift. You can see she's sitting up straight, she has the guitar over her right leg, and she looks very, very comfortable. And of course, she's very tall, she has the right size guitar, so it all works out for her, and that isn't always our case. We don't always have the right equipment. But that's something you may want to emulate. But you'll find your own way, try different things, but always try to be comfortable. One thing that we do want to talk about now is getting the chords to sound right. And we'll talk about the specific chords. But it's easier when we're playing our chords, and I'm on a G chord right now, instead of being all the way in the back of the fret, is to be in the front of the fret. It's a little easier to play. You don't have to press down as hard if your fingers are closer to the front of the fret rather than in the back or in the middle. As you're learning, sometimes we're just lucky to get the right chord at the right time, but over time you just want to think about that as trying to get a little bit more towards the front of those frets rather than the back. When I say the front, closer to the body of the guitar. That's where you want to be, is closer to the body of the guitar. And your thumb, you see my thumb always sneaks up, but the thumb is in the back of the neck for a lot of these chords. Because your grip is going to be kind of like this. You're going to be holding the neck of the guitar kind of like that, and it's a little bit more relaxed. I'm lucky I have big hands so I can kind of move around a little bit. But if you have smaller hands, you want to be in the back. You don't want to be pressing really hard with that thumb. You're just kind of holding the guitar gently, and it'll all work out if you do it like that. All right? It'll sound really nice. You also want, with your fingers, you want to be coming straight down on the strings to the extent possible. Right? If you're coming straight down on the strings, you'll get a nice tone. If your fingers are lying across the strings, it'll sound like that thumpy sound. And if you're getting that, you want to do a couple things. You want to think about getting your fingers going straight down on those strings and pressing down at the right pressure. So if you're getting that thump, just think about how to rotate your hand. You know what? Your arm will start hurting, your fingers start hurting, but you'll get used to it. You just need to practice it every day to make sure you're getting the right finger position on those frets, that your thumb's in the right spot, and you just ring out all those notes and it'll sound great.